Hello YouTube, Tokaraka here. Today I'm going to be casting a game between JorDan and Liereyy, two players who I would consider to be in the top 10. Liereyy is potentially the best player in the world, and JorDan was the best player in the world in 2013 and is currently somewhere in the top 10, I think. So this game, I've watched it once. It was extremely fun to watch, and I haven't looked at it at all since then. And I'm looking forward to seeing how I analyze it at this time. Here on the bottom left hand side we have JorDan playing as the Malians in the red, and on the right in the green we have Liereyy playing as the Persians. Malians versus Persians. What I predict is camels. Just camels from both players in Castle Age, and then monks. And then, you know, Malians have stronger camels in Imperial Age, right? With Farimba. So I feel like Persians would win that. No, I feel like Malians would win that, sorry. But I don't think that's what happens this game. I think there's a lot of cool stuff that happens this game, but I couldn't tell you exactly what units are made. Liereyy here, he has a nice back berry position, a back stone here, two back golds. He can wall either this, and then here, and then here, and then here, or he could wall all the way across to this cliff line. I doubt that he'd do that. We'd have to wall down here as well with like one palisade or house or something. Yep, I would expect him to wall this, and then across the front, or maybe even just like walling out the gold and stone, because he doesn't need these since he has all these back ones, and then walling to the edge of the map. He only really needs this wood line and maybe this one, or he might go to this one eventually. Nice ball there. He only takes he takes 3 hits in total on his villages. That's generally not what you want. Now putting a house, also not the best house position. So Liereyy not playing the sharpest here at the moment, but these aren't really mistakes as such. It's nothing that there are things that pro players are refining nowadays. Okay, I see how he's walling here. He's using this house to wall here, and then he'll probably wall down with palisades around, or maybe build a barracks there or something. And it was so long ago that I saw this game that I don't remember what happens. For the early game, anyway. JorDan, on the other hand, well, nice wood line. This feels really cozy. He can wall this. It'd be nice if it went to the edge of the map, but unfortunately it doesn't. He has his berries inside. He has there's stone here. He can wall this and this. He can kind of wall off the front. Problem is he doesn't actually have any gold at the back. All 3 of his golds. This is his gold? Jeez. So all 3 of his golds are in bad positions at the front. The main gold isn't that far away from his TC, but this is going to be difficult to secure properly. I think he might eventually have to build a tower on this. And then this gold, he probably can't even really take that unless he builds a TC there for Castle Age. And then this gold, same thing. Especially since there's a hill right there. And what strategies are we going to see? 3 on wood for Liereyy. JorDan also has 3 on wood. So it's probably going to be scouts from both. Although Malians can go 3 on wood for men at arms as well, since they have cheaper buildings. Because less wood. I think he was sending out a build to build a barracks, so then decided against it. So maybe he wanted to go for men at arms, and then decided he actually wants to go for scouts. That's what it seems like. But yeah, Liereyy, Persians, 19 pop. Wow. That is possible as Persians, since you get the plus 50 food and plus 50 wood at the beginning of the game. Persians are a very smooth civ economically, although it can be a bit rocky in the Feudal Age and Castle Age, since you create the villages faster. You might not actually be able to sustain production for that long, since it means, yeah, you'll have more villages than your opponent, but that also means that you will have spent more resources on those villagers, which means you'll have less food in the bank to work with. But that pays off as soon as those excess villages that you have you know, gather more than 50 food, you've made up your economy disadvantage, and now you have an advantage. JorDan, oh no, dude, build. If he doesn't start building the barracks at 66%, okay, this barracks is going to be late. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, no, it is going to be late, only slightly, but it'll it should be at 50% by the time he gets 80% feudal, and it's not. So he's going to be slightly late to the stable, but that's okay. Liereyy is already building a stable, 2 villages. Yep, now he's making a scout, building a farm. Economy looks pretty normal. I don't know if he got horse collar yet. Yeah, he did. Horse collar research complete. Ooh, okay, JorDan finding a villager, but running away from the villager. Well, okay, yeah, he's sticking around. He could fight that scout. Losing 3 HP doesn't matter against a scout. You still take the same amount of hits to kill. He's okay. Well, now he took another hit. And Lierey's coming in with another scout. Ooh, Lierey's going to try and block. JorDan is going to obviously be aware of that, and he's going to move a scout in a way that will stop this from happening. And yeah, Liereyy tried to block, but he wasn't successful. And now, Liereyy gets a free hit with a spearman on that scout. Going to force Liereyy to run away with those guys. And JorDan actually making 2 spearmen at this point. So it's 2 scouts versus Lierey's 3, but he also has 2 spearmen. JorDan, Malians' economy is also very, whatever you call it, very very smooth, since you don't spend as much wood on the buildings, which means you can afford more farms early. Nothing really happening right now. Liereyy doing quick walls down here. He'll probably wall down there. I absolutely hope he does not wall to the right. Yeah, he's going down. He's probably going to wall off here. Yep. Beautiful. Perfect. And his scouts haven't really done anything. JorDan's also walling. He hasn't walled this yet. He has a spearman there. He probably will wall it eventually. He put a palisade there, which is awesome. He's walling kind of towards his TC, but he'll have to wall out a little bit so he can defend his gold. He's putting a mining camp there now. I'm expecting him maybe wall to the stone and then around the front, or I don't know. Maybe he just won't wall this and he'll just control it with military units. Military units are generally great. The best defense is a good offense. Although, I guess that the military units are considered a defense rather than an offense if you have them defensively. But obviously, it's not set in stone whether units are offensive or defensive, because you can use them anywhere, alright? That's the beauty of AoE 2. Liereyy 4 scouts, JorDan 3. JorDan is not really able to do anything here. Liereyy gets a free hit. JorDan is going to bring in his spearmen, but he doesn't want to run into the lions, so yep, Liereyy gonna run away. He can hold that hill, and he can actually kill the spear. And okay, he's gonna think better of it and run away. But that does mean he takes a free hit. Oh. Okay. Ooh, he actually doesn't kill that spearman and doesn't kill that scout, and he loses one of his own scouts. So that was bad for him. But he does have his own spearman, which currently has a hill advantage. No longer has a hill advantage. Liereyy could fight this. Yep, now he can definitely fight it. Spearman versus spearman. I mean, the spearmen do so little damage to each other that that's kind of inconsequential. Spearman warding away these guys. Oh yeah, the archer can clear out that spearman. Well, now the spearman will, but he dealt enough damage to it with the archer that he could just use the spearman to kill it. Should probably kill the lion. Yep, the lion gets 2 hits on the spearman. Lierey's about to click up. He's idling his TC. He has 1 extra villager compared to JorDan. He's 3 food off clicking up. Okay, now he's clicked up. JorDan has superior military here. He has 2 spears, which can deal with the scouts. He has 4 scouts, which are obviously good offensively. And then he has an archer, which can deal with Lierey's own spearmen. So Liereyy forced to fully wall this. The archer can also kind of harass these villagers a little. So Lierey's actually gonna have to run away with some of these villagers. He puts these 2 on this, and then these guys, well, one of them goes back to gold, and the others go all the way over to this wood line. So that's a bit of idle time. So JorDan actually gets a bit of damage there. And this archer, well, the spearman is not... Okay, the spearman gets 1 kill. So it's basically 1 scout for a spear plus an archer. So that is worth it for Liereyy. Good trade for him. But now he's going to be forced to run away. Okay, that's a decent engagement, yeah. Combined HP is currently, I think, higher for JorDan, actually, because there's... Okay, never mind, there's bloodlines for Liereyy. JorDan himself is going for archers, actually. So, JorDan could add camels if Liereyy goes for knights, but currently he's not going to be going for camels, he's just going to be going for crossbows. And that is strong as Malians, especially with the faster researching ballistics at the university. Lierey's up to Castle Age quite a lot sooner. He's going to build a house here. He'll have to build another house here if he wants to defend that. Or he can just wait till he gets his TC up. And JorDan, well, he's gonna recognize that he can't really do any damage here. He'll leave his spearmen since he doesn't really need them at this point, but he's gonna bring back his army because otherwise, Liereyy gonna go in with knights and just clear that entire army. 13 archers now. He's got the scouts around. He can see where Lierey's knights are. Currently, they're just sitting in the stable. He has +2 defense already. So JorDan, well, he now has Bodkin arrow and crossbow. So these guys are pretty good. But they also have no defense upgrades. And Persian knights have an attack bonus against crossbows. So they'll kill these guys in 3 hits. Oh no. Liereyy loses 2 villagers. 3rd villager surviving, narrowly. And Lierey's actually not housewalled here. He's in the process of doing that. He might lose this villager as well. No, okay, he notices. And JorDan, well, he'll just break through here. He'll take the hill, and he'll attack this palisade. Let's see, he's doing a TC on his gold. That's smart, because the gold is the most exposed position here. Okay, he's broken through. He's going to go in. Liereyy sending back 7 knights. 7 knights versus 13 crossbows. The knights should win. Unless JorDan has really good micro. He does have a scout here. That's 1 knight already dead. But this should be domination. This should be the total domination. I don't see how any of these crossbows survive. The micro is pretty good. And he does now have the hill. He's doing his best he can. Yep, good micro. It's not the worst trade in the world, but he should lose that fight. Yeah, 100%. And he's just going to give up on these guys now. He almost kills this last knight, but not quite. Yeah, so now he's making a camel. No upgrades in these guys at all. Absolutely nothing. He has 3 TCs now. Consistent production. Liereyy, on the other hand, also 3 TCs. Pretty consistent production. He will be up villagers. He's already up 4 villagers because I think he got the TCs up earlier, and he's also Persian, so he produces the vills faster, of course. And Liereyy, in a pretty good position, I would say. He doesn't have the score advantage right now, but he does have a slight villager advantage, and I think he has more army value on the field because these knights are really good versus crossbows. And JorDan, oh, he is still adding some crossbows, which is arguably questionable. I think what you really want is to just go camels yourself, or maybe even pikes, because Persian knights are so good versus crossbows. And camels, well, they're not really very good in when they're in lower numbers than knights, or lower upgrades, or both, obviously. They don't win. So Liereyy can fight this. That's 7, 8 knights versus 5 camels. The camels don't even have bloodlines, and they only have +1 defense. Liereyy has +2 defense and bloodlines, and he has more numbers. So, 10 knights going to take the hill. He's going to try and fight. How many camels? 8. The knights win that. To be fair, there are crossbows here. This is a close fight. JorDan is streaming in more camels. But Liereyy knew he could fight this. And he's taking a pretty good trade. Yep, he's clearing that. Great engagement for Liereyy. JorDan does survive. He doesn't lose any of his crossbows. And currently, Lierey's KD is 31 compared to 25. So that's quite good. Pretty much equal villagers, but Liereyy can always get more. More than JorDan, since he has the Persian bonus. Unless JorDan makes a 4th TC. But JorDan now going for a 2nd stable. He's going to commit to the camels. He's now getting forging. Forging is important. Forging is very important. What it means is that you kill knights in 10 hits instead of 11 hits. Iron casting doesn't do anything against knights, unless they're Teuton knights. Simple math. 3 stables, 1 monastery. He's got monks out. I can heal his camels, I can get conversions. Liereyy, on the other hand, also adding his own camels, as expected, and adding his own monks. So currently they are mirroring stables. Equal villages, 78 to 78. Military is 16 for JorDan and only 12 for Liereyy, but 7 of those military units for JorDan are crossbowmen. So really, he has less army value than the number really showcases. Liereyy picking up some relics. I don't understand why when I pressed this it didn't go to the monk picking up the relic, since that was the last notification. I guess it wasn't the last notification. I knew he was just going to camp the hill. He's building another stable, so he's going to have 3 stables now. He's going to have a couple relics in. I think maybe 3 relics. Yeah, he's trying to go for this relic, but JorDan has a scout up there. So I'll keep tabs on this guy. JorDan now has every upgrade oh, never mind. Yes, JorDan has every upgrade except iron casting, and that's what he needs. That's what he needs against knights. And he has crossbows back here. He's taking the fight from downhill. That's probably not the best idea. He's got 12 camels. This is 14 knights. But he also has crossbows in the fight. And I think JorDan will clean that. Yes, and he has a monk in here as well, which will die, unfortunately. But the camels are clearing up the knights. That is a huge cleanup for JorDan. And Lierey's probably thinking, well, this is not very good. He's adding barracks to make pikes. Obviously very good versus camels. But, problem, JorDan still has some crossbows alive, and he can tech into... Well, he's already teched into them, so he can make more crossbows whenever he wants. And here, well, the crossbows will die. Liereyy is deliberately focusing them down. Does he get him? No, 2 HP, wow. This knight does finally have +1 attack. And there is a monk here, which will actually just die, because it didn't start converting early enough. The pikeman will die. Liereyy needs to garrison these in the barracks rather than just ejecting them, because if he just ejects them, they just instantly die, and snowball effect, or Lanchester Slaw, or whatever you call it. Liereyy, he has 8 less villages as well. That's not what you want. As Persians, you should have an economy advantage. You should have more vills. JorDan has 109. So JorDan's ahead in both military and villages. It does make sense now that JorDan's ahead in vills, because he does have 4 TCs. He has 1 relic as well. I think he probably wants a 2nd relic. He's being attacked here. Oh, lion. Okay. Also already going out to neutral gold, and he picked off a monk from Liereyy. That's one that I was keeping tabs on earlier, but then I think right when that happened, there was also a big fight that I needed to focus on. And JorDan with the monk healing up his camels, very nice. He's gonna struggle though because Liereyy. Oh, Lierey's fully investing into this. Liereyy is going full castle age. Castle going up for JorDan, but Liereyy, that's a lot of pikemen, and camels can't fight pikes like knights can. And Liereyy has his own knights and camels, so this looks like it could potentially be a down castle. And you'd think that JorDan would get that up. It doesn't feel like he should get that denied, but that's going to be denied, and JorDan's going to be forced to run to the TC. Now there's a lot of camels in the economy. JorDan needs more crossbows to deal with the pikes, and Liereyy pushing in here. The pikes killing a lot of camels. His own camels doing nice work. To be fair, his pikes are getting kind of clobbered by the TC, but he has knights here. He's killing vills. He's currently only behind by... He's not behind by any vills anymore. He's ahead in vills, despite only having 3 TCs. Whereas JorDan has, I think, 4. And JorDan... Struggling because he needs to get this castle up, because Lierey's already making rams, so... Liereyy taking full leverage of this momentum swing here. And he could actually take out this castle before it even goes up. But JorDan, he has 5 crossbows, and he's about to have 6 crossbows. And what he needs to do, he needs to engage with the pikes. I'm pretty sure you can one-shot those with just 6 crossbows. Keep the camels in front to deal with the knights. He is building the castle, so the pikes are forced to attack the vills, which is not what they want to do. The crossbows are going to do work here. They take quite a lot of damage with no armor upgrades, but really, Liereyy, he's losing a lot of pikes, but he's clearing up all of the cavalry from JorDan, and JorDan's really struggling. I didn't mention that JorDan clicked up Imp. So when JorDan clicked Imp, he wasn't investing into military, and Liereyy has been investing into military this whole time, and that's how he's able to deny this castle. But JorDan actually survives here, and he's sending a lot of villagers to build this, and he's probably going to repair it afterwards as well. I think Liereyy lost some steam with his pikeman numbers. He wasn't streaming them at that point when the castle went up, and now JorDan's in a firmly good position because he's clearing up the rams, repairing the castle. He has crossbows to deal with the pikes, and he's Imperial Age, and he can make trebs from this castle. He can take this hill, since this, this castle allows him to build another castle on this hill, which is what he wants to do, and that is what he will do right now. However, Liereyy, like Cav now, he is full castle age, and it's going to be really difficult for him from this point, I think. Because JorDan, well, he doesn't even have he can't get Bracer because he's Malians. He could get, oh, the Gabeto. He could get whatever the text is called. He could get Arbalest or Chemistry or both. I think what he wants is Fruimba heavy camels. Lierey's pikes are essentially useless with the crossbows around. There's camels going down, clearing up knights, and then there's knights clearing up camels, and there's just action everywhere. And there's knights in the eco, and JorDan has camels to defend versus this. The camel's very, very speedy. We'll clear these up, and the knights will clear up these crossbows as well. 14 damage per hit, so these crossbows are just dying in 3 hits. But they will retreat back to the castle, and knights will be forced to run away. Camels engaging here, losing to the pikes. But these are light cav for Liereyy, and light cav are obviously not good units. At least not versus camels. They're pretty good versus archers, and obviously monks and siege. But Liereyy making more pikes. Lierey's really trying his best. He's at 147 bills, so his economy's looking great. JorDan's at 143 though, so JorDan's economy is also looking great, and his resource count is insane! He has so much! And now, JorDan's going to go back to his stone, and the camel's clearing everything. And Lierey's frantically trying to make more pikes, but these guys are just dying. He needs to garrison them in the barracks. Even if he does that, once he releases them, JorDan can just retreat and then use the crossbows. Oh no, actually JorDan has a hole here, so Liereyy can do some damage. Oh my god, JorDan with the masterclass reaction there. Quickly house walling, keeping his villagers safe. But Liereyy might still be able to get in. There is a hole here. Oh man, JorDan actually doing the lovely quick walls here. And well, actually Liereyy is going to end up cleaning this up. He does lose the villagers and the mining camp, but these knights will clear this up. Camel's still not elite yet. No, sorry, it's still not heavy. But now Farimba's in. 6+7 attack was on that camel. He was lacking in numbers though. Liereyy does now have control of this position again. He will be able to take back the stone, and he's going to build a castle here. He has pikemen to deal with the camels. Well, these are 6+7 attack camels. They're actually doing pretty good damage to these pikes, and they will clear them up, especially with the town center here. And he has his own pikes too. Malian pikes with extra pierce armor. Pretty good. In fact, they're actually the worst pikemen in the game, but they're much better against skirms than other pikes are. But really, that's it. I mean, their pierce armor doesn't really matter since they take so much bonus damage from town centers and archers anyway. There's so many fights. I don't want to look away from these, but I have to. Like, look at what's happening here. JorDan is taking out the TC. He's building this castle. But on the other side, Lierey's losing all of this. JorDan's building his own castle to defend this wood and this gold. He's cleared up everything. He's massing pikes. He's getting plate bonding armor for his light cav. He never got a heavy camel, but he doesn't need to. And this villager will die. This TC is probably going to go down. Oh, it doesn't matter. JorDan also has some units here. These. Oh, I don't think he meant to attack that. And these crossbows are going to die. The camels aren't even going to engage that. Oh, no, never mind. They are. They are, because the light cav decided to take the fight. You messed with the wrong unit, pal. The knights didn't engage, though. And JorDan, well, he's just patrolling around with his camels, I think. Not really going to be able to do much of these. And now Liereyy, he's finally Imperial Age. But I don't think he can really do much. This feels over. Lierey's falling down to villages. His military count's still pretty strong. But the thing is, most of his military is shitty light cav with no Imperial Age upgrades. He's getting Blast Furnace, he's getting Halberdier, he's getting Conscription. He's doing all that he can. And he is starting to clear up some army. The Halberdiers are doing very well. Halberdiers always do well. But he's losing a lot of villagers. He's down to 119. JorDan's sitting comfortably at 129. But what's happening here? Liereyy has Halbs and Knights in JorDan's eco. The Halbs will die to TCs, but they're pretty good. And JorDan actually has chemistry now as well. And it looks like JorDan's army is getting cleaned up in the base. So Lierey's okay, and now JorDan's actually gone down below 120 vills. They're both at 119, 118, 120. Similar amounts. They're reproducing. JorDan lost the gold villagers, or at least had to run them away. JorDan has so many defensive castles. He has 4 castles, and he's going hand cannons. No defense upgrades on these guys at all, which means that they'll die pretty much instantly to any light cav they get in. But generally, that's not what's supposed to happen with light cav, right? And here we have Halberdiers with full upgrades except for plate bonding against Malian pikemen with full upgrades except for, well, full upgrades just because they don't get Blast Furnace. So the Halbs should win based on their better stats, but the pikes are in higher numbers. It's a useless fight anyway. They can always produce units faster than they can lose them in this situation. So even though JorDan wins that fight, it doesn't matter. These pikemen aren't going to do anything. 4+2 attack is pathetic. But Jesus Christ, there's a lot happening. JorDan has a Treb here and 2 bombard cannons. And Liereyy, well, he's in trouble. He is actually losing some villages to these pikes. But he's at 115. Is he making more? He is. He has 4 TCs. I'm not sure why his 4th TC is at such low HP. It's this one. Oh, I see. Okay. Look at JorDan's production. He just has 1 trillion production buildings, all in this singular position. And oh, JorDan's actually trying to stonewall here. He has 137 vills, so he shouldn't really have to worry about losing villages here, but he does need to take control of this gold. So, if he can stonewall this, that would be awesome. More pikemen still in the economy, and a Gabeto. That is, well, this Gabeto will kill a lot more vills than the pikes can, honestly. These guys have way higher DPS. Here's bombard cannons on the castle. Lierey's sending back 1 halb at a time, and it's doing nothing. Okay, now he has hand cannons. These guys, no defense upgrades. And JorDan's hand cannons, also no defense upgrades. So these guys are even. Persians and Malians, they're similar civs. They both have good camels. They both have good cavalry in general. Like, Persians just have fully upgraded paladins and hussars with bonus against archers. Whereas the, whatever it's called, the Malians, they don't have paladin or hussar, but they have Farimba, so they have 3 more attack than other cavalier and hussars. And they both have hand cannons. And neither of, oh, well, actually Malians have way better infantry because they have champ skulls. This bombard cannon is going to take out the TC. It's a weird 5th TC for Liereyy. I think he just used it to defend his vills, but it doesn't matter because those guys are dead. And now JorDan's cleaning this up with the hand cannons and the bombard cannons, which are kind of killing his own units actually. Those bombard cannons getting good damage actually. But yeah, those hand cannons totally mop up those halbs. +1 defense is now in on them, and there's more pikes in the economy, which will die to the hand cannons. So they both have +1 defense on their hand cannons. Similar vill count still. Liereyy is still above 120. I didn't realize Liereyy survived so long in this game. I didn't realize it went for this long. I thought I remembered Liereyy pretty much dying as soon as Imperial Age hit, but clearly that is not what happened. I'm probably thinking of another game. Oh man, that's 3 hand cannons dead from 1 bombard cannon volley. Oh man. And it's similar compositions. It's halbs and pikes and hand cannons, and then like have. Yeah, it's pretty much everyone's making the same units. Oh, those hand cannons are dying so badly, and I think this is the time where Liereyy realizes that the game's over, because there's a treb already unpacking on this castle. There are 4 bombard cannons. In fact, this is a doubt castle, doesn't go up, and yep, that's a GG castle. Liereyy losing this position. Down to 120 vills, 138 for JorDan, and JorDan has more military. Also less idle vills, and he has more map control. He has this area walled. He doesn't have this walled though, so I'm not really sure what the point of these stone walls is. I guess just kind of funnel towards the castle. I guess that's good. And he still has gold. He has so much map control. In fact, he has so much gold. Liereyy has 3 relics. JorDan has 2. So JorDan is behind in the relic count, but he just has so much more of the gold on the map. And Liereyy has nothing. He doesn't even have the map control here. He just has some units, but like he doesn't have a castle. He doesn't have TC. He doesn't have anything really. And JorDan has a castle on this hill. So really good game. A shit ton of action. Not sure if I'll upload this. I think I will. If I do, thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, and I will see you next time.